What's going on, everybody? Sitting here with my little feller buddy uh, on the phone. For some odd reason, I couldn't get the computer to log in tonight, so I'm on the phone again. I don't know what was going on. Uh, Correct password just kept kicking me out. I don't know. Yeah, like the title says, can we get a refund on 2020? 2020 has been a horrible year, just throughout the whole thing, basically. So I feel like we need a complete refund on this. Life has kind of kicked everybody, while it's down, and we all need a refund. Let's just skip straight to 2021. Ken, what's going on, buddy? How's it going? Uh, it'd be nice if we could just fast forward to next year and just forget about this one. Pick up Todd. What's up? Heck yeah. Give me a refund. I know. It's been crazy. I've been stuck in this house now for going on 10 weeks. 10 weeks. It's horrible. It's horrible. Oh man. And I'm a goer. I'm not a stayer. I'm not a homebody by no means. I am never at home when I'm allowed to get out in public. And it's driving me crazy. Driving me crazy. But as of right now, I'm slated to go back to work June the 1st. But that could all change. I get my emails on that from my doctor and the company they use. About the 20th, 21st of the month, so there's still a few more days another email could come through. So who knows? I'll keep my 2016. Me too, man. I wasn't talking about the truck. I was talking about the whole year. I don't want a refund on it. I don't own a 2020. I've still got my 16. I was just talking about a refund for the whole entire year because this year has been sucky-fied. God, it's been horrible. Eddie, what's up? How do you feel about things reopening too soon, too late? All right. That's a good question. That's a good question because my state of Tennessee is actually one of the states that is reopening. You can now go back in restaurants with I think it's like half or quarter amount of people in there or something. And places are starting to open back up and people starting to go. Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg is starting to open back up with social distancing guidelines. And I seen, Disney Springs and now Universal Walk is starting to open back up as well. And I don't know, I don't know what to believe on the news. You have one side of people that are saying it's all blown out of proportion, the numbers are inflated, there's not the mortality rate's a lot less than what it actually is being told to us because the media is blowing it up. And then you have the other side that's saying, this thing is horrible, these people are lying. I don't know. I'm still a little nervous about getting out and going around people. I'm not going to lie. Having a pre-existing condition, I guess that kind of makes me a little skittish. If I was 100% lung healthy wise, I probably wouldn't worry about it as much, and I'd probably say, yeah, it's about time, to open things back up. But having a pre-existing lung condition, it makes me a little hesitant. I'm very eager to get back out into the public and do things. I'm very eager to go on vacations and just heck, go to the mall, go do something. But here in Tennessee, we have seen numbers rise. Let's see here, like 2 days ago, it jumped 560. And then yesterday we jumped like another 550 some or something like that. So we're seeing an increase of like 500 plus per day that we've been reopened. So it may be a little too early. I don't know. And like I said, one side saying those numbers are inflated. I do know that one of my very good friends, best friend at work, his son's friend has it and is in the hospital, and it put him in the hospital pretty quickly. So I'm assuming it's nothing to really fool around with because I do know that he just basically immediately went to the hospital. And I don't know if he had any underlying conditions or had any issues or anything like that. I don't know much about it. I just know that in Greenville, we were actually down to one case. We reopened, and a few days later, we had three. And I haven't seen the numbers today, so I don't know if that's increased. But he is one of the new 2 cases that we have. So we're going to have to go back at some point in time. The nation's going to have to reopen. We can't keep borrowing money, even if it's on 0% interest. We can't keep borrowing trillions of dollars to sink into people, to keep paying people to be off work, when there's no tax revenue coming back in to pay that money right now. Uh, it's going to have to happen sooner or later. So I guess now is just as good a time as any to kind of sum this up. But it's going to have to happen. I mean, we can't keep the country closed down and you know keep going in debt. We're already so far in debt that my great grandkids will never get it paid off. So all we're doing now is just furthering that debt. So you're right, Sean. The economy is going to die if we don't. So in that aspect, it's probably time that we're going to have to, crap or get off the pot, I guess is the way it is. And who knows when a vaccine will come available. I was reading an article right before I went on this, and they were talking about a group of people. There's 2 sides of people on all this, and they were talking about one group of people were anti-vacciners, and when a vaccine came out, would they even be open to taking that vaccine? And airlines and schools and places and stuff like that are going to probably require you to have that vaccine to fly or to go to this school or to do this, that, or the other. So it's kind of like a mandatory vaccine, and that's a big, hornet's nest within itself. And they were also talking about how the vaccine will be fast forwarded. So it won't, you won't have years of testing to make sure that there's no future side effects, that it doesn't cause, some kind of crazy cancer 10 years down the road, because we don't have the time or the luxury to test this out for that long to see if there's going to be any side effects. So you have the people that's anti-vacciners that's going to use that as, hey, I don't want to get this. And then you have the other people that would take a vaccine if it was just Clorox. I'm somewhere in the middle on that. I would like for there to be a vaccine, but I'm not just going to take whatever they throw at me. If it's like, hey, this is just something that we came up with last night, let's just try it on 10 people. I'm not going to volunteer to be one of those 10 people to get shot up with some kind of crazy something that they concocted. I'm sure they'll test it the best they can. Bill Gates is kind of a shady character, in my opinion, and he's kind of heading up some of this stuff, and a lot of this vaccine pharmaceutical stuff is on him, and I've watched some stuff on him, and he kind of wants to microchip the world, and that makes me a little skittish too, not buying into all the conspiracy theories and stuff, but that kind of makes me a little skittish too, that Bill Gates is the forefront header of this vaccine, him and his wife, whenever he's talked about some crazy stuff, in my opinion. So there's just so much going on right now, but I do believe it's about time for the economy to reopen. Wait, Bill Gates is shady. I know, right? I know. I got a theory. You don't become a billionaire without screwing somebody over or doing something illegal, in my opinion. It's very hard to make that much money and be on the up and up your entire life. I don't even know if you can become a multi-millionaire and not have broke some kind of rule or law somewhere along the way. So a billionaire's definitely done some shady crap throughout his life. So I'm not so positive on that. Let me go back and catch up on some of these comments, because I'm pretty far behind. Let's see what we got. How much work has the Xbox controller been seeing above your head? I gotta say, that's all my wife and stepdaughter. I never play games. I'm not a gamer. I'm a movie watcher way before I'm a gamer, and I have watched tons of movies, because it doesn't do anything here in Tennessee but rain constantly, and that's why I'm not doing this outside, as it looks like it's going to rain at any given time. So, and it's rain like every day. So I don't know. I don't play games though. My stepdaughter and wife, they're big gamers. So that's all them. She was playing some kind of Friday the 13th game last night. 2016 game. Yeah. Yep, we definitely need a reset for the year. You need to get back to work before they replace you. I know, that's what I'm kind of worried about. Now, under my conditions, I don't think they can do that legally. But I do think about that, though. Don't get me wrong. I do think about that. It's not showing to be bad around here, though. I haven't talked to anyone who knows anyone with it. I do. My best friend at work, his son's friend does have it right now. And he is in the local hospital down here with it. I don't know if he's on a ventilator. I don't know anything like that. I would imagine if you're in the hospital that you would be on a ventilator. I don't know if they're just allowing people to hang out in there being sick. I think if you have it and you don't have the bad one, they're just sending you home to quarantine. So I would assume he's pretty bad off to be in a hospital, but I don't know that for sure. Economy is going to die. Exactly. Good point. I hear you. Places overseas are reissuing their lockdown orders because of spikes, mostly coming from nightclubs. It's crazy. Yeah, nightclubs, that's another thing, man. I mean, you pack people in a nightclub. I never was a big nightclub or clubber or anything like that throughout even when I was in my 20s, I probably have been to less than 5 clubs in my entire life. That just wasn't my scene. I knew I wasn't going to go to a nightclub and probably find the woman of my dreams that I was going to spend the rest of my life with. Now, that being said, I may have went to a nightclub and found a woman that gave me something that I would have to live with the rest of my life. So I tried to stay away from there. I didn't catch anything like that. But that's why I didn't go to those places, because I was unsure about stuff like that, and I just didn't want to risk that. So that's why nightclubs were never my scene. But anytime you stick even half, if you take a nightclub that holds, let's say, 300 people, and you only allow 100 of them in there, and there's 50 females and 50 males, they're going to be in each other's face constantly, and half them people's not going to know each other probably. So that's just a bad scenario altogether right there. Bad scenario. Hey, what's up, Gear? What's going on, Smoke? How's it going, buddy? I've been back to work for 2 weeks. Everyone wear a mask and see how it goes, like we are doing. Yeah, I don't even know if John Deere is making people wear masks. I've not been there so long. I think they're taking people's temperature. I'm not sure what all's going on right now. I don't know. I haven't been poked with a needle in probably 30 years and won't be starting now. Let's ask the people that got swine flu vaccine and end up with brain damage if they'd change their mind. I hadn't even heard about that. I had no clue that people that got a swine flu vaccine wound up with brain damage. That's very interesting. I'm about to look that up after this, because I did not know that at all. That's a scary thought right there. I got a buddy at work. He went to the doctor to get his shots to start school, and that is the last time he has ever been to a doctor. I told him he's going to die of something that was very curable if it had been found, because he is literally he's getting close to 50, and he hadn't been to a doctor since he was 5. So 45 years, he has never missed a second of work, he never missed a second of school, and he's never been to a doctor in about 45 years-ish. It's crazy. Wait, Bill Gates is shady? Yeah, he's as shady as an oak tree in the summer. A rich shady, I know it. Maybe he's a slim shady. What's up, bro? Learn so many things on Gear Runner live streams. Yeah, I know, right? It's full of, great information. Not really. I'm probably like the least entertaining YouTuber on YouTube right now. What? Rich equals shady? Yeah, pretty much. That's why I'm poor. I'm not shady at all. I'm like staying right in the middle of the sun, unshady. Hey, Gear, can I get a video mention for the cause, please? Yes, go check out the Board Woodworker. I forgot about that. Go check out the Board Woodworker. He is doing a flag auction right now. It's a wooden flag. It's for a great cause, No Kid Hungry. You can go to his video. You can link that in the description if you want to, Brian. I'm cool with that. He can link that and you can go to that video. And if you want to bid on that flag, leave it in the comment section of his video. It's the video I put up the other day that was endorsing that. And it's for a great cause. So bid high, bid often, and let's get some kids some food. But you're welcome to link that in the description. The top bid is $250 right now. Nice. That's went up a lot. I hadn't checked on it lately, but that went up. Not me. I worked in them for years. I work in the car rental business. Oh man, the car rental business is hurting. I heard that, is it Hertz? It was one of them that may have to file bankruptcy because of this. I read that yesterday. And can't find a way to see how we're going to open back up. Follow social distancing and keep our vehicles clean. Before COVID-19 broke out, a lot of our cars tested positive. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I seen that. I think it was Hertz. I could be wrong on that, but I read yesterday that they may actually have to file bankruptcy and close down. I read just a minute ago that Steak and Shake was closing. I forget how many of theirs. They're permanently closing a bunch of their stores. This is going to really hurt like the food industry, and that's what I was thinking. It was Hertz. Food industry, car industry. I don't see how any used car lot, like a small car lot, is going to make it through this. I just don't see how they're going to do it. We have a few of them. Those have been hurting for years anyway. A lot of people now go to dealerships to buy their cars. There's not a lot of people frequent these small lots. Some people may frequent like the buy here, pay here if you don't have good credit or something like that. But like the true small car lot that's not a buy here, pay here, I don't know how they're going to survive this. Unless they've just been open for years and they've got a stockpile of money and they can just wait it out. I know a lot of used car owners or car lot owners, and they're not living, the Bill Gates life by no means. So I really don't know how they're going to make it through this and survive it. And there may even be quite a few big car dealers that may not make it out of this, depending on how much longer it's going. I mean, you see places offering, 84 months with 0% interest, which is crazy in itself. You can get 60 months a lot, but usually not 84. And 120 days without making a payment. And then even if those people bought that when they first started doing that, like when Chevy first started doing that, let's say they bought a car. Let's say they had good enough credit, they bought a car, and then got laid off. That 120 days is coming pretty quick. So before you know it, that first payment is going to come due. And if you bought a new, Chevy Silverado, those things ain't cheap. I mean, $45,000 to $55,000 is nothing for a full-size truck. So a payment on that, unless you had a huge down payment, is going to be $650 a month probably at least. And if you've not got back to work yet, you're probably going to have to default on that truck and they're going to come get it. And then they're stuck with this vehicle that never had a single payment made on it, that's used now. And it's a horrible situation. It's just going to be a very bad situation all the way around. I'll be doing my constitutional duty tomorrow to assemble in a peaceful and armed protest. Tyranny does not and will not live here. I don't. My oath of enlistment and service was for naught. Exactly. And 2020 Titan owner, thank you for doing that. I think that's awesome. Stand up for your rights, and that's the way a lot of people feel. If you look at this from the outside in, and your right to go out can be taken away because of pandemic, then you didn't have rights. You only had permissions to start with. And here in America, we are free. And I understand this is special circumstances, and this is kind of going against what I said before, but I'm a big, advocate of the Constitution and the rights and stuff like that, and American rights, I meant to say, and stuff like that. So I totally get it. I understand why people's mad and fed up. When you have mothers that open a beauty salon to feed their kids and then get arrested, and they let pedophiles and stuff in prison out of prison. That's crazy. When you have people that's on a beach, a public beach, it is their American right to be on that beach, whether or not they're spreading corona or not. I mean, it's still a right. I get it. I totally get it. And I understand. And I'm way behind. Hello, everyone. What's up, Mo? How's it going, buddy? Just don't know how the travel business is going to pick back up. Will you be traveling? I usually do not travel out of the country anyway. I've never left the country. I say usually. I've never left the country and don't really have a big desire to leave the country. My wife was talking about wanting to see Hawaii, but technically Hawaii is still America. And we've talked about going to see the Bahamas, and that's probably about the furthest we would ever leave. Would I travel inside the country? My next Florida trip is scheduled for August, and I have another one in September and another one in December. And we are watching that really, really closely. I was actually talking to my buddy last night that I rent these trips off of, and I have about 30 days to decide without putting anybody in a bind to decide if I need to cancel this up and coming trip. Now, there's a lot of stuff that is dependent on that. And will I even be back to work by August? Who knows? Each month, like I said, they send me an email telling me when my next date to go back to work. And like I said, as of right now, it's June the 1st, but if it has an uptick like we're having right now, it very well could be pushed out to July 1st or August 1st. So you just never know. And then I also I hate to keep saying this, but having an underlying condition, I have to keep a close watch on what's going on in the states I will be traveling through. You know, I would be traveling through North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and into Florida. So I have to keep a close eye on each one of these states to see kind of where they're at, what their level is. Are they seeing spikes at the time we're supposed to leave? Have they had a downswing? Florida is the main one I'm concerned about because really and truly the other states I would just be stopping at a rest area to, use the bathroom and then get back in the car and leave. So I really wouldn't be around that many people anyway. But Florida would be the main state that I would be concerned about. So go a long way around to answer your question. I wouldn't care to travel if the conditions are right. But if they're still seeing high spike rates in cases, it's probably going to make me not travel. And me and my wife have actually discussed this year that this year may not be the year that we actually get to go on a vacation if it keeps going like it is. Now, that being said, we're wanting to get this house done, and that's kind of putting a kink in it too, because as long as I'm home quarantined, I can't have people in the house working on it. But as soon as we can get people into this house and get them started working on it, we want to get this house done. We have been looking at houses in Florida. For that to happen, I would have to find a job down there, and that's a little sketchy within itself because there's not a lot of decent paying jobs down there for somebody that doesn't have a college education. I've done pretty decently well working my way up where I'm at right now, but I'd have to start all over, and maybe the 23 or 4 years I put in where I'm at currently would have a lot to do with me getting a decent job down there. But as of right now, that's kind of where we're at. So if we don't get to go to Florida, every time I step foot in Florida, by the time I rent a condo and I pay for everything we do and I pay for all the food and the gas and everything like that, that's a good $3,000 to $4,000 almost every trip. So that's $9,000 to $12,000 that we could save this year, sink back in the house or save and put on a down payment on another house somewhere else. So if it doesn't happen, being that this year is the year that it is, I'm not totally upset about it, but I'm not totally against travel either if the conditions are right. Man, that's a long way to go around to get to that. Good Lord. Oh man, sorry, that took forever. It jumped on me. Here we go. First name is Reggie. I like Reggie Jackson. Nice, Reggie. Nice to meet you, buddy. Hey, Tim. Glad you're continuing the channel. Yeah, I'm trying to put up some videos. I'm not doing a lot of mod videos, which is what my channel does the best on, because like I said before, I kind of rely on the money off those videos to buy future mods for you guys to do and show you how to install and give you my opinion whether it's worth the money or not. So if I can do little videos like I've done here and there, kind of give y'all something to watch, that's kind of what I'm continuing. I know Jeep videos they do horrible on this channel, but there's been some Jeep stuff up just because there's been some stuff I need to do to it that wasn't really expensive. Do guns go pew 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 or bang bang? Asking for a friend. Mine go pew pew. Hey Sean, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you need to subscribe just to watch all the money from my video will be donated. Oh yeah, all the money from the video too, all the ad revenue. And I said that in my video, but all the ad revenue will be going towards that as well. It was Hertz yet. That's what I was thinking. Yo, brother, what's up, Nightfall? How's it going, buddy? Just in case I don't want to forget this, go check out the Board Woodworker. We've talked about that a minute ago. Go check him out. Go check out Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. He has a great channel. He's doing great on there. Go check him out as well. Go subscribe to him. I've not seen Rob Motive Night, but he's usually on here. So go check out Rob Motive and give him a subscribe as well. But go check out these guys. These are great guys. They do great things on here and put up a lot of work. So go check them all out and subscribe to them as well. Let's see here. The cruise industry says ticket sales are through the roof. Are they really? That many clueless people in the world? I say no. I think they're inflating the numbers just to try to get people's confidence up to book cruise, because I know a lot of people that go on cruises that have no intentions of going on cruises right now. Nobody wants to be stuck out in the middle of the ocean waiting to go to port and have to eat like an onion sandwich. That's horrible. Meanwhile, trucks are outselling cars and dealerships are run out of trucks for customers. The deals on trucks are insane. They are insane. They are definitely insane. The funny thing is, I've not been out much. I talked to my wife and stuff like that, but there's nobody buying anything here. It's like they're hoarding money here, man. It's like nobody's doing anything except eating. But yet you can get heck of a deals on trucks. I mean, trucks are crazy. If you want a truck, now is the time to buy a truck. Thank you for that gear. It is a great cause. Last Gear Runner video I watched was the first cornhole tournament. Yeah, that probably wasn't an exciting video, but hey, I wanted to put something up, and we were one of the few days we could get outside, so it was something fun. Yeah, Steak and Shake closed like 100. Yeah, I think it was 150, but claim they're doing something about making it into a franchise and reopening them, but that remains. Now, the article I read, they said they were closing them permanently. Now, maybe they'll franchise it and reopen them under something else, but what I read, they said they wasn't reopening them at all. My son works at a car dealer and just opened up last week, and business is nice. It's good to hear. I mean, with the deals that they're offering, that's got to be why they're selling that many cars. That's got to be. Hey, Gear, what's up? What's going on, Chad? How's it going, buddy? Try having a wedding venue. Everyone canceled until August at least, man. I think about that. I do think about you all a lot on that, because that's got to be hard. That's got to be hard. I mean, it does. And y'all were doing great, and then stupid coronavirus come through. After all this COVID passes, you got to have an invite to all your viewers to come play cornhole. Bring your own boards. That'd be pretty cool. My wife has actually tried to get me to have some kind of truck show in Pigeon Forge. Pigeon Forge, for y'all that don't know, is a huge tourist town in Tennessee. Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, which are basically right there together. Pigeon Forge has Dollywood and stuff like that. And my wife's tried to get me to have like a big meet and greet truck car show in Pigeon Forge when all this is over. I don't know what it takes to do that. I've never tried to organize something like that, but she's trying to get me to do something like that. We are free to pay taxes. I know it. And the thing that irritated me was the house wasn't going in because they were afraid of COVID, but they were still drawing a paycheck. In my opinion, excuse me, if you can't go to work because of COVID, you should draw unemployment just like everybody else does. He said, we are free. Sure doesn't feel, I know, right? I know. I wish I could reset 2020. Me being in the hospital, haven't got my appendix out yet. It's just been done my May 28th, plus my grandpa died. He would have been 100 in November. Nick, I hate to hear that, man. I wish you the best on the surgery. I'm very sorry to hear about your grandfather. My grandfather passed away a few years ago. He didn't quite make it to 100, but if he'd lived 4 more days, he'd have got to 94, I believe it was. But my condolences, Nick. Free? When there's 2 justice systems, one for the left, I know, right? One for the right, exactly. Really enjoy them, but you need a LSU sign on the wall. Go Gators, baby, go Gators. We're huge Florida Gator fans, and like I was telling my wife, if we ever moved to Florida, you can actually get Florida Gator season tickets, and I'm sure these are horrible seats, but you can get season tickets starting out about $350 per seat. Per year, and then you have to give like $150 booster donation or something like that. So basically $500 a year you can get season tickets, and we would probably be in on that because we would just be like an hour and a half away from Gainesville. Hey, Gear, what's going on, Marcus? How you doing today? Florida is the old folks' home capital of the U.S. I know, and my wife works at a old folks' home residency, so it works out perfect. She has job security down there. Hello, everyone that I missed. I would travel to Tennessee to play cornhole with Andy, the gear runner. I appreciate that, Reggie. I do. I appreciate that. Maybe we do that one day. I don't know. But this all going to have to be over first. I'm going to tell you that. Is that a blue PlayStation? It's, yeah, PlayStation. Yeah, it is. It is. It's a blue wireless. My stepdaughter plays a lot of games. Lots of campgrounds in Florida too, though. There is. I have a lot of friends that camp. We always rent condos. I got a buddy that has a bunch of timeshare, and he gives me good deals on condos. And that's why I go to Florida, 3 or 4 times a year. Majority of that money I was talking about earlier is actually spent on doing stuff. Because we always go out to eat at nice restaurants and, go to Disney or Universal and stuff like that. Now, a lot of times if we go to the beach, we may not spend as much if we go to like Disney and stuff. But if you combine the whole thing, that's just like a good estimate. The salon owner in Texas was investigated by an undercover cop and her arm who was not operating on a warrant. Violation of the 4th Amendment. American police are not that's true. And there's a cop right now that put a video out from Washington, maybe, and was talking about how police do not have the right to arrest people for being in public. And it's taking advantage of the people, abusing their power, and going against their oath. And he got, right now he's off work, pending termination. There is a GoFundMe account out, and just in like a matter of days, that thing's up to like $250,000 or more. It's probably up to $300,000 by now. So good for him. I totally appreciate what he did. He stuck his neck out on the line. The force told him he needed to take it down, and he said, no, I'm not taking it down. I told these people what I thought. I told them they need to stand up, for what they believe. And if I took it down, I wouldn't be standing up for what I believe. And couldn't do it. One more thing, I touched my shirt. I want to give a big shout out to S-Tech. Go check them out, S-Tech Systems. I don't know why I thought about that, but I touched my shirt. S-Tech Systems, they sell switches and stuff for your Jeep and stuff like that. So go check them out if you need switches for auxiliary lights. They also make like a holster mount for your Jeep and stuff like that. So go check them out. I told them I'd give them a shout out in a video, and I've not done a lot of videos, so I thought I'd do it on the live stream. But so he's pending termination, so good for him. He probably just like got, 15 times his salary in 3 days, and it's still going up. And I hope he gets totally rich off this, and I hope everybody in that police department has to work their hind end off to make their car payments. I put some comments out there that I hope that gun companies and ammo companies get behind this guy and don't sell any firearms or any ammo to this police department that did that. I hope they just totally shut that police department off. If they want to go against their oath and against the Constitution and do things that is basically straight up illegal, then let them do it with empty holsters, and let's see how brave they are then. I bet a lot of people don't come to work that day. Just throwing that out there. I'm betting they don't. Oh, man, I'm way behind. There we go. Fishing, etc., not just old folks. That's true. There's a lot of fishing, and that's what I should do. I should buy me a boat, rent it out, and take people out to fish. Hello, Gear. What's going on, everyone? Terrence, what's going on, buddy? How are you doing? Do you have your oatmeal recipe? If not, no refund. Original receipt. Sorry. You don't know how many times I get asked for an oatmeal recipe, so I just straight up read it that way. But yeah, I know, and I don't have my original receipt, so I'm kind of screwed. Should this channel be called Gears Garage and your other channel be called Gear Runner? I know, right? I thought about that. I've actually thought about calling this Gears Garage, but I have so many discount codes and stuff like that out there that would have to be changed that I just never did it. There's just too many discount codes and stuff for you guys that would have to be, changed to Gears Garage or something, but it's getting to be like a garage here. Hello, Terrence and Sean. Hello, Brian. How you doing, Gear? Washington State closed down, Idaho opening up. Got to have a good reason to cross the state line from one to the other or you'll get turned back. Yep. North Carolina did that for a little while. I think they've stopped doing that, but they had like state troopers at the state line and was turning people away if you didn't have a good cause for being there. Thanks again, Gear. It's a great cause. It really is. You're very welcome. What's up, ma'am? Where's my wireless charger? Huh? I sent all the wireless chargers out that was one. Everybody has received them that won one. Just bought a GMC AT4. Congratulations on the new truck and enjoy that. You probably got a heck of a deal on it right now, if I was guessing. Good evening. What's up, Rob Motive? Gave you a shout out earlier, buddy. Not sure if you was on here or not. Deals on truck are insane, but they still come with $600 payment. I know, right? It is what it is. Trucks are expensive. Hello, Rob. Yo, Rob Nation. Really? Nobody's spending money. I've seen at least 10 new trucks, and my neighbor, my brother, and uncle both bought new trucks. I've just not seen very many people buying new cars. I've got a lot of traffic on my road, and I've literally not seen any new vehicles driving up and down the road. It's so few vehicles being sold that my wife told me the Ford dealership moved all their trucks to the back and is redoing the whole front lot, the whole lot. They're like digging it up and redoing everything because there's just nobody there. Hey everyone, what's up, Justin? How's it going? Hey Justin, what's your thoughts on going to 18 to 20 inch on I'm assuming 2015 Platinum? I've got 20 inch on my 16 Platinum and I like them. The only issue you're probably going to have is you're going to be maybe limited to what tire sizes you can get without rubbing, especially if you don't have a lift. I've got a 3-inch lift. I can run a 35 1250 on mine. I had to remove the front fender flare, or not fender flare, the front mud flap, and I can only run an all-terrain and keep it from rubbing. LOL weddings, lots of bad decisions are being on hold right now. That's funny. That's very funny. Hey, Terrence, hello, Edge every day. Hi, Rob. Is it hot in the south? Oh, you know it's hot down there. He said it's like 80-something the other day. Rob must have been busy cleaning the Gladiator floor mats. Videos tomorrow. Possibly. I know he said he was going to give those away. Hey, Sam, hot and humid here. Hey, Rob, LOL, Mark, big giveaway announcement over on the Jeep channel tomorrow. I'll check that out. Sean, howdy. Hey, Rob. Hey, Chad. Gear, just become a full-time YouTuber and let Pam work. Problem solved. Yeah, I bet she would love that. YouTube has peaks and valleys. I did a video on how much I made off YouTube, and that was during a peak. Then you may have a valley where you make half that. So if I could consistently make $3,000 a month off YouTube, I would probably do that. But then you have those valleys where you'll make $1,200 to $1,500 a month off YouTube, because nothing's ever, totally, even big YouTubers are having, issues now. I've heard a lot of like big YouTubers say that their monetization and stuff has really went in the tank, or ad revenues kind of went in the tank because you got a lot of companies not paying for ads now like they used to. But if that peak would stay there, I would do it. But for that to happen, I need you all to watch the Jeep videos and stuff. The Jeep videos do horrible. But like, you know, I can't do a Tundra video every day. I've had this truck for 3 years, and there's only so much you can do to a truck and keep the videos interesting. So I try to put up at least like one Tundra video a week, 1 to 2-ish a week, when I'm doing this, you know, like normal circumstances. And then I try to put up like maybe like a Jeep video once or twice, and then, you know, just some other video, like a rant video or something. Because like I said, there's only so much you can do to a truck before you run out of stuff to do to a truck. And, you know, I could go out and buy a 2020 truck, but I'm going to be doing the same thing to the 2020 truck that I'm doing to my 2016 truck. They look the same. I mean, literally, I could take the fender flares off mine, just have them repainted, and they would probably go right back on a 2020. I really like what, you know, Pickup Truck Talk does. He reviews other trucks, and I would love to do that. And I've actually talked to some dealerships and stuff about that as well. So I'd love to get into doing something like that, because you can kind of stay relevant and fresh when you're doing stuff like it. So if you like stuff like that, like I said, go check him out. Because that keeps you very relevant, and you have the new stuff all the time and stuff like that. But really and truly, if I just go buy a 2020 truck, a 2020 Tundra, which is what most people's interested in, you're going to see the same identical video again. And I just don't know if y'all want to watch me, you know, reinstall my LED interior light bulbs or something. You know, I've got a few more things planned for this truck. Once I get it all out of quarantine, I can start making money again. I plan on doing LED headlights and fog lights and a few other things and stuff like that. But really and truly, I just can't bring myself to go buy a 2020 and make the same videos. I guess what I could do is just sell everything I have on mine, and instead of putting infab podium side steps or Nerf bars on it, I could buy like a different brand and put on it and tell you what I thought between the two of them, and tell you which one I thought was better, and actually compare different companies. But other than that, I'd just be doing the same videos over and over and over. And I don't want to do that. I want to keep things fresh. And like I said, I like the way Pickup Truck Talk SUV does it. You know, he gets stuff out and tells you his opinion on new stuff. And I really like that. And like I said, I have actually talked to companies about that, but really and truly, I can't do anything about it till I get out of here. All right, let's see where we're at. I jumped a lot. Sean, howdy. Hey, Rob. Hey, Chad. Yeah, there we go. I second that, Big Mo. Hey, Rob, what's up? If you ever do a meetup in Gatlinburg, I'll help out as much as I can. Sean, I really appreciate that, buddy. Thank you very, very much. I'd say the way things are going, it won't be this year. It'll probably be next year. The channel's really picking up in subscribers pretty well still, knock on wood. We should hit 19,000 subscribers probably Saturday-ish, and maybe hit 20,000 next week or the week after. I'll probably be sometime next month, I'd say. Probably towards the end of May or 1st of June, we may hit 20,000. So if it keeps going like that, by next year, maybe we can get, 30,000-ish or something like that. And you start getting 30, 35,000 subscribers, you might get enough people to come down to do a car show or something like that. So hopefully the channel keeps growing like it is, and we can do something like that next year, and hopefully all this is over by then. But I appreciate it, Sean. Thank you very much. You and Linda are awesome, man. Seriously. I mean, you all are awesome. Yep, Seattle Cop did that video. He did, and I loved it. I loved that video, and I'm glad he's making all that money. Hey, Board. Hey, Rob. He's losing his job. Yep, that's what I heard. But he's made a ton of money losing that job, and he didn't do it to make the money. But I am very happy that he can look his captain in the face and be like, "Check out my $500,000 paycheck, you son of a." We're gonna leave it at that. Howdy, Mo. Hey, Gene. Do you want to do a shout out to Fruit of the Loom? I don't wear Fruit of the Loom, so no. I prefer Hanes. I wear American Eagle or I can't remember that other company I have to order. I don't even remember what company that is. Boxers or briefs? Both boxer briefs and boxers too. I don't know why we're talking about this, but I'll answer it. You ask me a question, I'll answer it. So if you don't want to know the answer, don't ask it. Commando, no, that's not me, man. Hola, what is up? HRV from Hawaii, I'm assuming. I got to be honest. I told my wife that we could move to Hawaii. I found some houses there, and I see you all. Every house there has these big water catch tanks. Every one I looked at had these big water catch tanks, and I don't know how concerning that is. Do those things ever run out of water? Even like the big $600,000 houses had these big water catch tanks, and I just wonder if those things stay full enough to supply enough water and how that works. But my wife immediately said no, she couldn't imagine being detached from the lower, 48. So Florida it is. Boxers, let them hang. I know it's more comfortable. Pickup truck boxers, I love the WRX. I missed that. Thanks, buddy. You are quite welcome. Oh, hi. What's up, Desi Baby? How you doing? Thank you. You're quite welcome. Thank you for having my brother in Seattle back. He is a veteran and respects the oath of enlistment. His bravery and courage are why the USA is the greatest country in the world. 100% total agree with that. What he did was a very stand-up thing. I believe it's one of the biggest stand-up things that anybody has ever done in modern times as far as the last 15 or 20 years, in my opinion, because he knew this was probably going to cost him his job. And even when he was looked in the eye and told him it was going to cost his job, he still refused to take that down. And I'm so happy that the United States came together and is now rewarding him for standing up for what he believed in and trying to make this country a better place to live. Hey, Fed. Hello, Desi. Desi's, I can't see those emojis. Man, I need glasses bad. But she's dancing. Views are up 40%, revenue's down 6%. That really blows. Exactly. My ad revenue was through the roof like 3 or 4 months ago. I mean, I was making more money than almost on YouTube than I was at my regular job. And that's changed. That's changed. It sucks. A pickup truck, yep. I would love to go camping when all this virus is done. Sounds good. Man, my wife hates camping. I would like to actually put like one of them big tents on top of my vehicle, and one of those big truck tents. And she's out. Pickup truck, I agree. The views don't match what they did. Mine don't match what they did 2.5, 3 months ago. Hey guys, what's up, Dan? How's it going, buddy? Falcon Wild Peak 83 tires, thoughts? I've heard some very good things about the 83s. I've never personally had a set. I actually don't even know anybody. As popular as those tires are, I don't even know anybody that has a set. But when I bought, I know that's crazy how I jumped, but whenever I bought my Nitto Ridge Grapplers, those were the two main tires I was looking at, the Ridge Grapplers and the AT3s. Ultimately, I decided to go with the Ridge Grapplers because they had more of an aggressive sidewall, more an aggressive tread. I thought they would look better on the Jeep. But the AT3s, man, I never seen maybe 1 or 2 bad reviews of them. And, literally, it was like early on and they were having some chunking issues when they was taking them off-road. But the newer videos I seen, they've even got that fixed. So, those AT3s, they should do you well if you're wanting to go with those from everything I've seen. Howdy, Dan. Hey, Gear. What's up, Stinger? How's it going, buddy? I would like to see some reviews of Ford's 2027.3 V8 gas truck. I will do my best to get a hold of one of them whenever I can get out of here. But I'm betting Ford doesn't like me. Maybe they want to redeem themselves, but I'm betting that I'm not on the top of Ford's give me a truck list if I was guessing. One of my second highest ranking video, second and third highest ranking video, have a combined of probably close to 600,000 views or more. And both those didn't talk well about the F-150. But I'll ask. I will ask. Nope, the board woodworker sucks for sure. It definitely does. I'd watch different brands is a great idea. Yep, I agree. I agree 100%. Tough location for the job I do. You would have to work with dealers and not much of a press fleet around. No, there's really not. And that's why I have an issue. I'm trying to work with dealers because there isn't anything like that around me. And I don't know if Florida has much of a press coverage like that as well. If they do, if I wind up moving down there, maybe I could get an easier access to it. But where I'm at, literally, there's nothing. And the dealers aren't very responsive. So you kind of have to beg and, grovel a little bit and, the whole thing. But there's really not a press fleet anywhere near me. I need to Google and see where the closest one is. I'd be willing to drive a little bit to get a truck to be able to do something like that. And I'm not trying to steal your gig. I've actually, called dealers and stuff like that around here for the last couple of years, and it's really hard. And I actually even I've even talked about this on the channel, thought about going to like a rental car company and renting a new vehicle just to do that with, because a lot of dealers don't want to work with me. And I think I talked about that about a year and a half ago, just because there's nothing around here like that I can get my hands on. And you're 100% right. Where are we at? Man, I'm way behind. Desi, I can't tell what that is. Pickup truck. I have been on a hiatus now that I'm more normal uploading. I make half. I know, yeah, it is. It literally cut in half. No biggie. Vehicle, just a point A to point B kind of rig. That's really all people need. Yeah, I wanted to pull back, but I enjoy doing videos too much at the board wood. And that was me. I was, I told y'all they're taking my money. They take $1 for every dollar I make on YouTube. The company that's paying me right now takes $1 out of what they pay me. So literally, 2 weeks ago my paycheck was $0, and last week it was like $100. So they take most of it, and so I was going to cut back, but I was like, I just can't. One thing is I like doing videos, but I've not had the weather to do it. Luckily, I had a bunch already made up. But the second thing is, I feel an obligation to you guys for watching the videos, for watching the channel and stuff like that. And I can't just not do videos. I may not do videos that you all really want to see, but like I explained why that may be the case right now. If I put up all my mod install videos now and I don't get the ad revenue off of that to be able to buy more stuff, whenever I get out of quarantine, I won't have any money to buy more stuff. So this channel would go down the tubes pretty quickly. But I still want to put videos up so that you all have something to watch if you want to watch it, even though it may not be exactly what you want to watch. It's still something. Go Gators. Hey, I appreciate that. Alexis, I really appreciate you saying go Gators. I appreciate that. Awesome pickup truck. You could do a video on selling both my Tundras. It would get a ton of views and really help one of favorite subscribers. Oh, sorry, I can't ship to Hawaii. Hey, I'll help you out. Send me the information. I don't care. I mean, I don't care to do a video and help one of my subscribers out try to sell a truck. I mean, I'm perfectly good with that. If you want to send me pictures and information on it and what you're asking for it, maybe that's what I do while I'm off. Maybe if you want to sell a car, send me the info and some pics, and I'll do videos on, I'll be a internet car salesman. Who does that? Maybe that's a new niche right there that nobody's really tapped into yet. Okay, guys, gotta go to get in the shop, and thanks again. You're quite welcome, Brian. Have a great day. Eyes are getting a little fuzzy. I've been looking at this phone a long time. That's why I'm kind of squinting. Pickup truck SUV talk. Was on TFL a couple times, weren't you? To all the veterans, respect, much respect. Yes, M. Jones. My wife's idea of camping is 4 seasons. Hey, maybe me and Tim should do a video together. I'll bring my truck up there and we'll test out some trucks, see what does the best. I'm game for it. If I can never get out of the house. My wife's idea of camping is 4 seasons. That's mine too. She has to have like a 2 or 3 bedroom condo. Desi's laughing. My wife, too big, Mo. I know. Stinger, I'll have one out tomorrow. Sounds awesome. Because I probably can't get a hold of one that quick. Florida has a massive press fleet. Great. So if I move down there, maybe I can get my hands on some trucks and really grow the channel. Ford should give you a new F-150 to take to Florida just to redeem themselves. I agree 100%. They really should and see how it works. And who knows, if they did that and I drove it down there, maybe I'd change my mind. But they would have to change my mind right now. I watch Reggie's Rides, who does dealer car reviews in Florida. I'm sure it's a lot of work, but once you get one dealer, then the others start coming. I'd say that's true, M. Jones. I'd say that's true. Once you get one dealer involved in it and you get your name out there, and especially if you help sell a few vehicles, I'd say a lot more of them get in on it. Before I forget, here's a big thumbs up. I appreciate that, Terrence. Thank you very much, buddy. Yeah, Reggie does only dealer car reviews. I'm not sure why. He could find week-long cars to review near him. I wish I could. I can't. We don't have anything like that. But like I said, if I can just get to Florida, maybe, that'd be nice. Not saying I am. My wife isn't totally against it now like she was, a year ago. And I think it has to do with it rains here all the time. I mean, it's literally like we live in Seattle. I mean, it's just, or England, it just constantly rains. Ridge Graps are awesome, very aggressive looking. I love mine. I do too, Krista. And hello, how are you? Krista Green Beans. I do too. I love my Ridge Grapplers. Actually, it's probably my favorite tire that I've ever owned as far as an off-road-ish truck tire. You're behind in the chat as bad as Florida playing Ohio State. Oh boy. Go Gators, says Rob Motive. I just recalled that I had a friend in Tennessee who used to get press loans. Wonder how. If you don't mind, after this is over, I'd like to DM you or something on Instagram and talk about that a little more. Maybe I don't fully understand how that works. If you're okay to it, I mean, if you're all right. I don't want to press or step out of my boundaries or anything, because I know you do that a lot, and like I said, I'm not trying to imitate you by no means. I've thought about this for many years and just didn't have the access to it. But if you don't mind, I'd like to hit you up after it's over. My dad has said a Wild Peak 83s, and they're very quiet. I've heard a lot of people love them. You're a car salesman. I'd like to see that. My wife, or was it my wife? Maybe my mom. I can't remember. Somebody said I could go down there and sell cars. I do a lot of wheeling and dealing. Maybe I could. I still will watch all your videos. I appreciate that, Tony. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate anybody that watches the videos. Thank you all. Have a bunch of Tacoma parts in my garage. Can you help me sell them? Possibly. Send me what you got, man. You got to tell me where you're willing to ship them to, because I'm not, I would just be putting up the videos. I wouldn't be shipping anything or anything like that. So you'd have to tell me what you want, send me pictures, and where you're willing to ship. Are you willing to ship to, Bangkok? Or are you only willing to ship to the lower 48s, Gotta go. Time to grill. Thank you for stopping by, man. I appreciate that. You have a great night, Tim, and enjoy that grill. My wife went to Johnson City to pick me up some Chick-fil-A. Thanks, Gear. Gotta go. Take care. Thank you for stopping by, Nick. I appreciate it. Have a great night. Man, I can't wait till my state opens fully up. Then I can actually go on some road trips. I know I'm going crazy sitting here. DM me, no problem. Tim, I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you, and have a great night. What is Ohio State? Go Gators. I know. Go Gators all day. Go. I love how you all support my Florida Gators. You all are amazing. And with that, we've been on here right at 1 hour. And I appreciate you all showing up. I appreciate y'all watching the videos. Wouldn't work. And you're far too honest to be a car. I know, man, about, well, you know, this thing right here, it probably won't get you home. That wouldn't do well. Let's see here. Florida Gators is the producer of all the top winning players. I agree, 100%. They've had a lot of good players. But anyway, guys, I've been on here for an hour. I appreciate y'all being on here. I appreciate y'all watching the videos. Thank you very much. You all are great. I love you all. Hope you have a great day. Stay healthy, and we'll see y'all next time.